Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Player Zone YouTube channel. And once again, Jude Bellingham has done it for Real Madrid. A clinical 92nd minute goal to secure them the 3-2 win over Barcelona in the Classico. And once again, Real Madrid get it done. 3 Classico wins this year in the footballing calendar, and now certainly have secured themselves La Liga title for the 23-24 season. Now 11 points clear with the 5 games to go remaining, I believe. And what a performance it was last night. Xavi came out post-game and said Barcelona played the better football. I'm not so sure about that, but Real Madrid were just the more clinical side. And obviously Bellingham comes up and pops up for the big-time goal once again. His 3rd goal in Clásicos this season. His 2nd at the death there. But for me, it was Lucas Vázquez that there at right fullback that was the game changer for me. Assists, chance-creating machine, and goals as well. We'll look back through the game here just quickly, but it was Lucas Vázquez that sort of broke apart the game, someone you wouldn't expect to be standing out, but was absolutely the hero in this game in many regards, and what he'd done, his underappreciated role, obviously the natural winger moving back into a fullback position as of recently. As the 3-2 win, it was Vázquez's 73rd minute goal. He won the penalty for the Vinicius 18th minute penalty, and Jude Bellingham's 91st minute winner came from Lucas Vázquez coming down the right-hand flank and whipping that ball in towards the back post. Obviously, without the game obviously wasn't without controversy. Lamine Yamal thought he had scored, and it appeared he scored there early on in the first half to extend Barcelona's lead. But Lunin, apparently the goal line system was not across the line. I believe there's actually no goal line technology in place in La Liga currently, and VAR has to look and see if it looks like it crossed the line or not. So Barcelona may be robbed in that regard, in many regards, many might think. But outside of that, it was Christensen's 6-minute header to open the scoring, rising above Toni Kroos at the back post to nod that ball home, and Fermin Lopez just at the half-time, the 69th minute, he scored a nicely worked goal, again coming off the bench to have an instant impact. But you look at the stats, Real Madrid, Barcelona, 14 shots to 15 shots, 8 shots for Real Madrid on target, 6 shots for Barcelona, possession quite even, passes, Barcelona have the 50 more passes, slightly increased accuracy, and everything else in terms of stats was quite even throughout. Barcelona had their moments, as I said. Xavi reckons they were the better side, but once again, we look back at this. He said this now multiple times this season, but they have not won a Classico yet this year. He will not win his final Classico. He will manage a Football Club Barcelona manager. And I think it just shows the level between these two teams currently. And it's sort of a topic, I guess, for another discussion, that Lionel Messi made it appear that Barcelona was a world-class quality club, and they had some world-class players. Not get it wrong, Piqué, Puyol, Alves, Suarez, Neymar, Iniesta, Xavi. But, you know, in that generation, it was Leo Messi that carried that. The 12 La Liga titles obviously had in that sort of period of like a 19, 20-year span. But, you know, outside of the Messi era, it's all been at Real Madrid and their domination. Atletico winning a title as well. So, as much as we can say Barcelona are a massive club and, you know, they're underperforming, Leo Messi has carried this football club for a while, and now you're seeing they need to find that new superstar. And it looks like Lamine Yamal will be that guy for Barcelona, but I think a bit of patience has to be given now with the next manager coming in, because, yes, they were very good last night. But you look at that 11, Rafinha, you know, a Leeds player in the past. You look at Lewandowski in his old age, leading the Lions still. You're relying on Lamine Yamal to be your superstar at age 17. Andreas Christensen, a centre-back at heart, playing in midfield for you. Young Kubasi at the back, who's been a superstar 18-year-old, but he's one of your leading players this season at centre-half. So it says a lot where this club's got to go and develop. And don't get me wrong, still a great side, and definitely a top 10 side in Europe at the moment, but it's not quite the level that Real Madrid have got, and that's what this video is all about. Real Madrid continue to impress game in, game out, coming off a very difficult 120 minutes and penalties against Man City. It's easy to take your foot off the gas, especially with the 8-point lead you had in the league. But going to the Classico, they were very focused. An okay start. See, they conceded first, but they were still in the game for majority periods. Look at Vinicius scoring the penalty, very, very good. I looked at the older experienced heads, Modric and Kroos in that midfield there. Important moments on the ball, creativity on the ball. And I think what we've seen from Real Madrid this season is accountability, but also versatility in many regards. Players are accountable for their position they play, but they're all versatile and adaptable. You look at Tchouaméni playing centre half here next to Rudiger. You look at Lucas Vazquez, obviously in the last few years, dropping back to right back, having a great game at right back. Now he plays this game, not Danny Carvajal. Tchouaméni plays at centre half, not Nacho. And you look at left back, no Fela Mendy. It was Camavinga at full back there. They go with a seamless sort of front three with Bellingham, Rodrigo, and Vinicius. But outside of those three, been very versatile, very adaptable. The team's obviously changed a lot. And Ancelotti's obviously got a lot of faith in these players to play all these positions. Obviously said multiple times this year on the podcast that I rate Tchouaméni and Camavinga so highly that they had to fill in so many different roles this season. Camavinga left back, holding midfield in a more progressive number 8 role. Tchouaméni normally at the holding midfield spot, playing centre back at times, having to help out that back line. With all the injuries, all the problems they've had this season, and the lack of a striker as well, it's amazing what they've done to only lose one game in the league to be into a Champions League semi-final and looking like they're going to do a treble here with the Super Cup, the league, and the Champions League. Obviously, this game that was all about Lucas Vazquez, and that just shows about how this side has been, put together. It's not going to rely on just one player at a time. Despite Bellingham's incredible season, it's about other players standing up in key moments in time. Vinicius hasn't had the greatest season this season, but he's popped up in important moments this season to score some big goals. You look at Rodrigo, has been very good, especially in that Man City game to score that early goal on the counter-attack to clinically put it past Edison. That was an important goal for them to defend that lead. So important. And then this game here, Bellingham, he seems to love the Classicos and the late goals. Now 3 Classico goals in the league this season. 92nd minute in the reverse fixture at Barcelona, but then 91st minute here, popping up at the back post, attacking that goal there where he'd subbed off Rodrigo, the subbed off Vinicius Jr., I'm pretty sure at the current point in time. And there's really Bellingham as the last one leading that line there with Brahim Diaz on there and Hossley brought on as well. But he just knows where to be, charging at the back post. A great dummy by Hossley to miss the ball, and then at the back post, Bellingham to score once again. So, this team has so many superstars, so much talent, and with Mbappe likely to join as well. Looks like Alphonso Davies looking like he's going to join as well. There's obviously so much quality in this side, and they should be winning. But we've seen with other big clubs, it's not so easy to keep winning games. Not so easy to keep winning titles back to back to back, and continue to stay motivated and to push. Look at Bayern Munich this season, arguably well put together, probably the second or third best put together side in the world. They've obviously gone and collapsed in the league. And obviously a big title coming against Real in the Champions League semi-final. But Real have just been so clinical at all these different competitions. And for me, the best team in the world, I said that in the podcast. I believed in them going into that game versus Man City. I believe they are the best team in the world because of these reasons, like we said, because Vaz can come in and produce a world-class performance in the Classico, because you got Bellingham who can score goals in midfield. It's been a masterstroke and just lives and breathes Real Madrid after only being there for 7 to 8 months. He understands the assignment. You got Rodrigo and Vinicius with that real spark and that creativity. And when one doesn't perform, the other performs. Then you got those experienced old heads in the midfield, Toni Kroos, Luka Modric, that constantly produce at a high level. You got players like Tchouaméni and Camavinga who are midfielders at heart but are playing fullback and centre half to fill in for their team and get the job done. And then Antonio Rudiger, for me, obviously the last surviving centre-back it feels like it is Real Madrid this season. But he has constantly produced such a high level, availability, strength, domination at the back, and the ability to go forward and pass the ball and break through the lines as well. Just superb. And obviously Lunin in goal made some important saves in this game here. A questionable one to keep out Lamine Yamal for that ball crossing the line. But what can you say about this guy? Third keeper that keeps producing. I said it in my Champions League reaction video after that win against Man City. He continues to show that he can get the job done. That's just the Real Madrid mantra. Next man up mentality. The next player comes in, does the exact same job the player before does. And I think that's how they're touching this game here. A lot of rotations for the Classico. A Barcelona side that had to win this game to keep their title hopes alive. And Real Madrid do what Real Madrid do best. They want to be at their best at certain parts of the game. They go through highs, they go through lows, they ride momentum. But when it comes down to it, when it comes to clutch moments, Real Madrid are that side. They have the aura, had the players to get over the line. And once again, Jude Bellingham was that guy. So a massive win for them. Almost secure now, La Liga title. 2 trophies this season for Ancelotti's men. 1 more to go. That is the semi-final versus Bayern Munich in the Champions League, and then potentially facing off against either Dortmund or PSG in the Champions League final. So you'd think they'd be favourites to that as well. So what a season it could turn out to be before Mbappe and before Alphonso Davies joins this unit. That's the thing. You've got to look at this side here. Jude Bellingham, what he's done with this side. Ballon d'Or favourite. Vinicius, Rodrigo, player of the years in terms of team of the seasons and team of the years. They're all looking like positive as well for this side. And then what happens to the goalkeeping department with Lunin? Does he now stay and become the backup to Courtois? Does he go elsewhere and be number one elsewhere? So many stories with Real going into the summer. But looking at it right now, they've been very, very impressive. And 2 wins now in the space of 4 days, that just showed character. It showed what Real Madrid are all about. And it shows what Ancelotti's got this side to do. He obviously has so much faith and belief in this side. Bellingham said it post-match in the Champions League. He gives them a freedom. He has faith in his players to produce. And you see it constantly, week in, week out. I can go back a few months ago when they were down 2-0 to Almeria in the first half. They come back and secure a 3-2 win. They've done it multiple times this season. It's the character. It's the resilience of this squad. And that's why I think for me, they're the best team in the world currently. The ability to come from behind, to show character, to fill in when other players are injured. Next man up mentality, the coaching of Carlo Ancelotti. This team is special. It is very special, and they deserve all the props and all the praise they will get. It's a very, very big game for them. Unfortunate for Barcelona, but they put up a great fight once again. But as I said earlier in this video, it's all about Real Madrid this video. But Barcelona, I think there's a bit of time to be given now to the next manager that comes in, because this side isn't quite at the end stage yet. They were very good last season. That was all built on defence. It's been slightly off the defence this season. As such, I think it's a rebuilding stage for Barcelona. Get some new fresh faces in. You're not going to have that Messi type player for the next few years. Lamine Yamal could turn out to be that player, but you got to give the kid time. You got to give the likes of Kubasi time, Fermin Lopez time to build into this 11. Add some more midfield depth, add some more defensive cover, and maybe a new younger forward. And you've got a really strong side. But I think Barcelona right now and their fans, to give the new manager and this new system time to develop. Right now, it looks like Real Madrid are going to dominate Spain for the next year or so at least. With that being said, ladies and gents, I hope you enjoyed the Classico on the weekend. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please smash a like on it, subscribe to the channel, and let me know in the comment section down below how good you reckon Real Madrid are currently. Are they the best team in the world like I think they are? How do they stack against the Inters, the Man Cities, the Arsenals, the Liverpools? Where do you rate them in the world currently in terms of top teams in the European sphere? How do you reckon they'll go? Do you reckon they'll do the treble as well? Let me know in the comment section down below. Make sure to press the post notification bell so you know we upload these reaction videos, the podcast, the prediction videos, all going to live here on the channel as we get towards the end of the season, a very exciting part of the season now with the Euros to come also. But that being said, ladies and gents, I hope you have a great rest of your day. I'll see you guys on the video very, very soon. Until next time, guys. See you later.